Alrighty then, so this week we're working on these shoes. They're close to done. We're almost there, so I'm pretty stoked for that. Um, yeah, this is what we got. They look pretty dumb right now, but there's going to be this cover like this. It's going to sit over them, and they'll look like that, which will be a little cooler, right? And the goal is to make this cover be able to pop on and off of the shoe. So basically what that means is we're going to use our old pal, magnets. Magnets, how do magnets work? I couldn't tell you. But that's how we're going to use it to attach these. Now, unlucky for me, a year or two ago, I bought just a ton of magnets. Like a ton. I spent like 20, 30 bucks on magnets. And here I am. I finally need magnets. Can I find those magnets anywhere? Absolutely not. So this is our base. The shoe can still be taken in and out. If I do this with the heel, you can just barely. Maybe you can't take it in and out. I guess doesn't matter. All we need to be able to do with the shoe is to adjust the Velcro. That's it. That's the only thing that we have to have this thing removable for, is so that way we can adjust how the shoe fits, with the Velcro. The rest of it doesn't matter at all. So, cool. Basic, yeah. So, yeah, like I said, basic plan. It's going to be that. It's going to be cover it. I'm going to build some spots where I think the magnets should be. And I don't see a purpose in heat forming this necessarily. It sort of needs to be put on before we can really do anything. So yeah, it'll be somewhere in there like this to get the shoe made. So then that leaves that huge crevice there. So yeah, not a fan of that humongous slice of goodness that we're gonna leave there, just because our back piece, we didn't measure it quite right. It's not really big enough. So we'll see what happens. Florida was good, Jason. Florida was great. Humid. I mean, it's a surprise to no one. Florida was super humid. It was a fun trip though. Went to Disney Springs. That was the only Disney park we checked out. We weren't really there for Disney, so I thought that was fine. So yeah, it was a good trip. I know that was like a lot of nothing I just said. We were playing HeroClix. I did pretty well in the tournaments I competed in. So I got top 8 in teams, top 16 in singles, which is roughly about the same placement. Not quite, but basically the same. So yeah, top 8 in teams, top 16 in singles. I was pretty happy with that overall. But mostly it was just fun seeing a lot of players and HeroClix buddies that I haven't seen in a really long time, and getting to play with them again. That was really the biggest thing. I think that's the size of the magnets. I think so. Could be wrong. I might not even worry about the magnets right now, honestly. We could do something else, something even more tedious, and that would be making the gloves. Just because I really want to finish these shoes today, though. But without the magnets and knowing where everything's going to go, to be fair, we can work on this whole part. I don't know if I want to. We'll take the clown shoes out of here for right now. Set them down. What we do have to work on, man, tired, just tired, are the gloves. So these are the gloves we're gonna put for our Doctor Doom gloves here. Should be a lot of fun. Obviously, the guy's hand is gonna fill these out better than I can. His hand's bigger than mine. It's double XL gloves, so they should work. The pretty simple thing though with making gloves is You just take like 2 millimeter foam or whatever, and I just rip this off. Fine. I'll use the scissors. But yeah, gloves. Gloves I think are super easy. I just need to figure out exactly how I want to do the fingers. You know? And like the fingers are also super easy as well. Like that's literally just a half crescent moon shape. Like you just take all your 2 millimeter foam. Here, we'll even look at this. We're gonna make a pattern. Oh my gosh, you ready for this? Are you ready for this? We're gonna make a freaking pattern. Wow, it's gonna be so. We'll even use the ruler for this one. We'll even be like semi-smart about it. What side is the stupid inches side? There it is. Let's go 1.5 inches. Okay. 1.5 inches. We'll go a 1/4 of an inch up. Okay. And then we'll completely eyeball the rest of it, which I'm not a big fan of. Oh my gosh. Look at how, like, beautifully perfect that is. So good. So good. And now I'll cut out 18 million of these, basically. Obviously not that many, but however many I need to make the armor for the hand. Let's just double check our Doctor Doom reference pictures and see how his gloves actually are. Because some knight armor is just these things, bloop, 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 like 7 or 8 on each hand, and that's how they look. Let's go. I think this is the picture that he was like, he used this as a basis for the armor. So, looking at this picture, Doom more or less has not so much classic knight armor fingers. Let's open up this one. Yeah, Dr. Doom does not have classic knight armor when it comes to his fingers, which is a little inconvenient for me. Let's check this one. Okay. Well, rats. That's all right. We can still do the hands. It'll be fairly easy. Because you need to make the palm of a hand. Fairly easy to look at. You should be able to grab a quick picture online somewhere. I hate trying to do this stuff as I'm live, but that's what I get for not having magnets. Friggin' magnets. Gauntlets. This gauntlet, yes. I'm gonna pop out really quick. Shoot! I think I have a pattern though. I think I have a legit pattern. Okay. At one point in time, I had a pattern. Who knows? Who knows what's happened to it since then? I found like all of my patterns for Thor's axe though, which is pretty cool. Well, thank you so much. We really had a half-baked idea. Let's just screw with the shoes. This is why I hate making something that doesn't have a pattern and I have to like figure out everything for it, because then I just hit these like roadblocks all the time. All the time. Alright, we're gonna heat this up, we're gonna get it shaped. We'll see how it goes. We're just making stuff with patterns. Everything should just have a pattern. Every single thing that I want should have a pattern, and I should be able to instantly get it in 2 seconds, no matter what. It is what it is. That is honestly the most like annoying thing in the world, is making patterns. But I wanna make sure I have a solid hour of work in the shop today, just because we haven't. It hasn't been crazy. One thing we can do with Doom's shoes here is we can give them the look they need. Alright. So what would be the best way to make that happen? Let's sort of do a rough outline here. So we sort of need, it sort of needs to look like something like this. Roughly about like that. I realize drawing it on the actual thing is not helpful at all. And then it just sort of goes back, and I would say they're thicker than 1 inch, not quite 2 inches, maybe 1.5 inches on Dr. Doom's. I guess you guys can sort of see it on the live stream just a little bit. So that being said, we need the whatever tape. So that is going to be 4 inches, 2.5. Okay. Making another pattern, ladies and gentlemen. Four inches by 2.5. That should be relatively easy to do. And then we just have to make the dome the way it should be. But once we find the middle, which will be right at 2 inches in the middle, and then yeah. Okay, so it's going to be 4 inches. Where's the inches side? Goodness gracious. I lost my metal ruler forever ago, and I've been nothing but just missing it forever and ever since. Make sure that looks level. Mark it where the 2 is. That's 2 inches high. Alright, so now that we have it figured out that it's 2 inches high, all we have to do now is try to make our best little dome cocoon shape. That was pretty good. Now the other side. Good enough. Good enough for me. Looks good. Looks good. Cut it out of its papery prison. Honestly, when I first bought this, like, just a roll of paper, that's all it is, a roll of paper, it cost me $8, and I thought, gosh, one roll of paper is going to cost me $8, and I have made countless patterns out of it at, the drop of a hat whenever I needed to, and I have yet to go through the whole thing. It's getting thin. It's getting thin, but I have not used it all yet, so I love that. Just when you need to make a pattern on the go. I don't know how many makers find themselves making a pattern just kind of offhandedly, like, oh, you don't really have that, and just sort of eyeball guess it. But I do quite a bit, so for me it was a great investment. For other people that know how they want to build something, and they model and they do whatever, and they make patterns on the computer like some kind of nerd, maybe that works better for them, but not me. So here's what I don't like. We'll put it on the thing. It looks fine, but it's certainly not as pointy as it could be, right? It needs to be higher. I think we did 2 inches and not 2.5. I believe it is 2.5. Easy peasy though, make another pattern. Is this fun? Maybe, for some people. Is it content? Absolutely. Without a doubt, it's content. Okay. 4 inches by 2.5 this time. 4 inches, mark the 0, mark the 4, mark the 2, and then we're going to go up by 2.5 this time. And let's go ahead. Let's put our little piece here, make sure that looks right. Because I think that will give us a really cool, yeah, that will look cool. It will look cool. Trust me, it'll look cool. I do kind of want it to be a little pointier. I think what I'm going to do is because one side looks good, one side doesn't. That's okay, there's a super simple fix to that. It's just like when you make snowflakes in school, what do we got? Wow, man, I'm making, you said a ton of words right there, Jason. I do not know what they mean. Star-Lord helmet, I got that. Blender, I assume you're not making it in like a kitchen blender. That sounds like a disaster. If you're talking about a pattern thing, you're using some kind of online pattern thing, then yes. No matter how you make it, if you're using a computer, you are a nerd. And that is okay. You're allowed to be a nerd. You're a nerdy guy. And that is much closer to how we want it to be. But I've just never been good at computers, which is why I only stream to Facebook, because it was always the simplest to do. It's just plug in the camera and go. Everything else is like stream key and blah 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 blah, and it's just like, ugh. I don't want to mess with that. I don't want to mess with that. Don't know how to do any of that. I figured it out once earlier this year, and I don't know if I could even figure out how to do it again, honestly. I had to watch step-by-step video an hour before I wanted to stream, and then I was able to stream. But, yeah, I know. Hey, dude, make it however you want. Like, that's the cool thing about technology, is it makes this whole hobby easier, but technology is not inherently easy for me to use. So for me, it does not. It's right now, it's got that huge, whatever you call it, huge learning curve, to where if I got over that, then yes, I imagine it would all be quite easier. Gosh, that is a good shape. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay. We gotta make another one because we got 2 boots, we got 2 toes. And this is just gonna give us a stacked armor effect. It's gonna look really cool. I don't know, stacked armor, that might not be the right term or whatever to use for it. But basically, and actually we're making the toe first. Maybe you want to make a toe last, and then it all goes up from there. I don't know. I will use the scissors with this. I will use the scissors. Jason is saying I'm not smart. It's taking me 2 days. I bet it does, dude. So like that's what you're doing right now is you're just getting over the learning curve. Patrick, Streamlabs. I have one streaming thing. I think I might have Streamlabs. What was it? I do have Streamlabs OBS, and I think I was streaming on that, and I was like watching a video like religiously, step-by-step walkthrough to do it. I was using it, but I need to try to use it again, I suppose. I think the problem is I was playing against somebody online, right? Well, I was playing in a Discord server, and it wouldn't pick up my friend's voice. It was only picking up my audio, even though I was in the Discord. And I was like, well, I want them to be able to hear him too, because I'm playing with him, and I'm half talking to my friend so we can play this game, and then I'm half talking to the stream, which there was no one in it, so I wasn't talking to them at all. But yeah, I was just like, could not figure out why on earth they couldn't pick up my friend's voice. Whatever reason was. It was only picking up my audio, and then it was picking up I guess it wasn't picking up any of my browser audio, I guess, actually, if it wasn't picking up his voice. I always play games with the sound off, so people can hate me for that. But just because it wasn't important, actually, this game wasn't an important game to play with the sound on. But yeah, anyways, but I still play with like 90% of my games sound off. But like still, it didn't pick up any of his audio, and that was just like super weird. I might try streaming in the future. I think it would be really fun. People have said I should get into it. We're not going to heat this up for one reason, because heating up foam that's so thin. Normally, always before I put it on, I heat it up. I think either way we do this, it's fine for the shoes. I think if we start in the front, it's fine. And then that covers the front edge and it goes back. I think that's fine. Versus it going and then covering the front. We could start this way. Let's do a 1 1/2 inch strip. How long does it need to be? It needs to be all the way here, so it needs to be pretty long. Anyways, yeah, so streaming hasn't super worked out for me so far, but we'll see what happens. We shall see. What did I do with that piece? I put it right here. Okay, I need my soft ruler, and then I need more foam. Alright, I guess the toes are going to be red and everything else is going to be blue. How many inches is this? This is... And we're not using a foam ruler, which is what I would normally use. 10.5. Okay. I would normally use a foam ruler, but because this stuff is so thin, we might as well use this. It'll get the best curvature going around. So it needs to be 10.5 inches, and we'll just say by 1.5 inches. So we'll just do all that measuring out on the piece of foam here, just because it's the simplest way to do it. 10.5 is pretty long though. Okay. Looks straight enough for me. 10.5, mark the half. Has anybody been watching any cool shows recently? I myself started watching, what's it called? Cowboy Bebop. So if anybody's been watching any anime or TV shows or like whatever Let me know. Let's do 1.5 inches. I think that's a good amount. Not crazy thick, but a good solid strip. And just thicker than 1 inch. I like that. Cool, cool. Go there, go there. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Cool. I'm gonna trace that out. Ooh, Assassination Classroom. How is that, Jason? I've never seen that show. It's only ever been recommended to me, and I've only ever heard good things about it. So, what did you think of Assassination Classroom, Jason? Let's see. Okay, it's gonna leave a little bit of a lip. I think I'm okay with that. Yeah, I think I'm okay with that. Cool, cool, cool. I think once we glue this on, then we can see where the next pieces need to look like. Okay. I gotcha. Makes you want more, and there's just not more to watch. That does suck. Yeah. There are a few shows like that where it's like, oh man, it's over? How old is it? Oh, it's that old? Do they have any new episodes? No? That sucks. So yeah, it's always a bummer. I also finished My Hero Academia Season 3 finally. I know Season 4 is out, but it's not dubbed on Hulu yet, and I need to find a place where it's dubbed. I ain't gonna read no TV show. That's just fact. Period. That ain't me, Chief. Could not be me. Now I gotta wear my mask. Dang it. The cool thing about this foam is though it'll stretch a little bit when I start with it, so I could probably stretch it over the whole thing. Alright, grab a swig of water before I put on that stupid mask. Alrighty then. Small price to pay to not kill any brain cells. Really quick, I better measure out the area on the shoe that I'm going to glue as well, because it is 1.5 inches. So 1.5 inches. Ooh, that's right. I wanted to do some sanding. That is actually good that I didn't start at 1.5 inches. Okay, 1.5 inches. Roughly about there to there. I did want to do some sanding. I guess how necessary is it to sand this when it's going to get covered up anyways? Better just do it. Just in case. If I was making it for myself, I'd skip it, but it's not for me, it's for somebody else, so. Not a win for the lazy cosplay police here. cool, cool, cool. I just need to do some light scanning. Anybody been watching the Olympics? I know I haven't. I almost got the wrong PPE.
I've started doing 2 coats of contact cement. I'm fine. I think it works better. It's just what I've started to do. I don't know who it is watching. If it's Jason, any ideas for panels? I guess this would be for anybody in the Sioux Falls SuperCon area. If you have any ideas for cosplay panels, I'm going to submit an idea right now. We go to SuperCon. Basically, I did this thing called Actually, which is a show idea shamelessly stolen from whatever College Humor. Events, guests, exhibitors, sponsors, info. I want to submit a whatever panels. There we go. I do not want to subscribe. I want to submit one. There we go. So on contact cement, it's a glue that sticks to itself. So all we have to do is wait for it to get tacky enough. Name is Calder Ness. NoShotgunRadio.com. Need for the panel. Let's do 60 minutes. Set up time for the panel. Let's do 10 minutes. Description of the panel. So you can fill the amount of time that's selected for your application. You agree that you will not run over the time as indicated in the application. You agree that the setup time is indicated is going to be sufficient amount of time. Will not be negotiated with setup time indicated. Are you running any equipment on your panel? Any equipment you know must be supplied by the host. Have you agreed to terms and conditions? So College of Ness. Okay, and then I'm going to do backspace. Actually, is the name of basically a nerd trivia game where every question is a false statement and the contestants must correct the statement in their answer. Alright, very cool. And submit. Alrighty, hey, look at that. We just submitted a panel to freaking SuperCon. Very cool, very cool, very cool. Thank you. We'll be in touch shortly. We'll see what happens. Okay, what other panels would be good ideas for SuperCon? While this dries, while this gets less tacky. Well, well, well. How's everybody doing tonight in the quantum realm? Hope all is good. I hope all is good. See, I thought maybe I could do more cutting, because that's what I thought I had lined up for tonight, was just a bunch of cutting. So I'm like, oh, if I'm just making patterns and cutting, then I won't ever have to wear my mask. And yet here we are. Here we are. It is what it is. It is what it is. But we are getting through it. So that's the biggest thing, is that we are working on the project. Huge. I want to get it done in August. I want to get it done in August so I can work on my own stuff as soon as I can. We'll see what happens.
What do you remember?
That's Cowboy Bebop. I am like 2.5 episodes in. I don't know if anybody has seen it. It's not for me. I thought it was going to be better, I guess. It's not good. So, it's one of those 90s anime that looks like 90s anime that, it's just sort of the way it is, you know? It's like, it's kind of smart, I guess. Like, the world is interesting, but the show isn't interesting itself. So, I know it's super popular anime, though. I know people love freaking Cowboy Bebop. How are we doing over here in this world? Okay. Making shoes, making boots, making shoes, making boots. See, because like this, it's already totally dried up in some parts. I feel like the first layer of this contact cement is just soaking into the foam. And then it's not staying tacky on top. It's completely dry on some parts, which really bothers me. So now what we're going to need to do is do a second layer. And the second layer always stays tacky on top. I don't know why. Maybe it's because this is like brand new contact cement that I got for whatever reason, but it works better. It just works better that way. So we'll see. We shall see. Oh man, we're like 40 minutes in already. We're 40 minutes in. We've made one pattern, sort of two patterns, and that's it. Dude, cosplay is so slow. If I got paid by the hour, can you imagine like how much it would cost? Just because of how long this takes to dry. Yeah, if I was paid by the hour when I do stuff like this, people would be like, dude, you're a ripoff. You're gonna make me go broke. And I'm like, I am a ripoff, I agree. Holy smokes, it costs way too much to be paid by the hour. It gets so sweaty in this mask. It's so terrible. It's so horrible. Dude, these live streams used to feel like they would take me so long to do. And now it's like, oh, 40 minutes has passed, and it's like, what? Are you serious? We might stream for 2 hours. We really might, just to make sure I am productive, honestly. Because I want to be as productive as possible, and I'm clearly not being productive at all. So yeah. We might stream for a long time. Sorry. Because it takes so long. This cosplay stuff takes so long. If any of you guys have ideas for a panel that you want me to run for SuperCon, let me know. If you don't know what a panel is, I can explain it to you. Basically, the name derives from being a panel of people. So you know, like a panel of judges where it's like 3 or 4 people that are gonna like judge some kind of competition. That's where like panels sort of got their name from, because that's what they used to be. They used to just be question and answers panels, a Q&A, right? Q&A panel, and it would be a panel of people that were like really interesting that you wanted to ask questions and get answers from. However, that is not the case anymore. A panel, as far as a convention goes, is just like, it can be one person just talking about something, and you know one person is not a panel of people. So yeah, it's weird how that's devolved. It's very interesting. We have not, I've been talking to myself for the past 13 minutes. Love to see it. Love it, love it, love it. What would be another good panel? I think Actually is super fun. I should ask Jason. I don't know if he's watching this or not, but I should message Jason if he's doing a phone smithing panel. I would like to help out. That'd be cool. If not, he could totally do it by himself. He's done it before, so he's very qualified. Very qualified. Duh, he's freaking D's great. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. I wouldn't mind doing another panel though. Maybe on like stage fighting or something. I don't know. It'd be cool. I don't know if that's necessary though. That would really that could bother a lot of people. Didn't know. I think I'm gonna do Nebraska on as well. Because I'm definitely going to go to Anime Nebraska on, and I wouldn't mind doing a panel there as well. It's so funny. Anime Nebraska. So Anime Nebraska, right? So like Nebraska used to be in Omaha, but they're going to tear down the venue. So now it is in Council Bluffs, Iowa, which is right next to Omaha, sure. But Nebraska is now in Iowa. It's just so... Oh, that's funny. It's so funny to me. It is hilarious, dude. Register FAQ about us. Where's your panel submission? Where's your panel submission? Registration, volunteer, FAQ, vendor, artist. Oh, actually, for registration, I should do see if we can get a whatever badge. VIP, questions, registration time, registration prices. 3-day badge, $45. Purchase through. How did I get a press badge before? I'm trying to remember how I got a press badge for Nebraska on last time, but they've totally redone their website. So I do not know how. I want a press badge though. I love not having to pay for a badge. Which might sound bad, but let's see. Registration FAQ. What are registration? What other types of badges are available? 3-day Saturday only. I want press badge. If I receive a badge, rather than badge, we get a refund. Try to purchase badge. What forms of payment are actually like I mentioned? What if my question is not listed here? I don't think they're doing press badges anymore. Dang it! I liked being a press. That was so awesome, dude. Being press is so great. Not just like not having to pay for a badge. That's like a huge part of it. But it's fun to do a podcast about the convention. It's so awesome. And that is one thing I know how to do is actually record a podcast. So I think in the future I'm gonna start talking with a bunch of different Sioux Falls cosplayers, and I want to start doing a podcast. I definitely want to start that soon. I just need someone to make me a graphic. SuperCon, where's NebraskaCon's panel? I know they have a link to their panel submission somewhere. Oh, baby. That's what I'd like to see. We gotta give it a little bit more time. A little bit more time. Ugh. Makes my nose so sweaty in this thing. We have to give it a little bit more time. We are almost ready to put on this strip. See, it takes 10 minutes to put one piece of foam together. It takes way too long. It takes way too long. I like the live stream because it keeps me having to work on this and not like check my phone, not like get busy doing something else or like eat something or whatever. It makes me just focus on working, and that's what I like about the live stream. Because I want you guys to see a product get made. And I don't know if that'll happen, honestly. I want to finish the toe armor on one side. I will not turn the stream off until we finish the entire toe armor on one side. Which, ouch. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Oh man, I've been talking to myself for almost 20 minutes. Tell me about your day, guys. How's it going? What are we watching? What are we listening to? How's life for you guys? Are you guys working on any projects? Let me know. I want to know. I want to just not talk to myself, basically. Perfect. Perfect.
All right. It's called we do a little stretching of the foam, and bada bing, bada boom, we got our first strip on with a little bit of extra too. Perfect. And it feels nice in there. All right, we just stretch that foam a little bit. We can cut off the extra. We'll sand it down once we have the full row on the bottom. All right, okay, another 1.5 inch piece. Let's try to do it. Let's see, there's that. Where is my tape? So now my tape. So here's the thing, right? Is like the thickness is different from. So we're gonna try to grab it from the middle here. This is 9.5 inches. It gets a little bit smaller as it goes on, which makes sense, right? So this is going to be a 9.5 inch piece, not a 10 inch piece. 9.5 inch piece by 1.5. Once again, we'll just go ahead and we'll make the pattern out of foam. Now, I was stupidly cutting it right in the middle, which leaves these little tails, which we can't do nothing with. So now, you're going to, what's it called? This needs to be how long? 9.5. Nine and a half by 1.5. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. See, and now we can use the lengthier side. It used to be too small to make a strip out of. Now, if we keep cutting strips going up this way, this side will have enough to cut a strip out of, versus this was not enough for a 1.5 inch piece of strip. Okay, so 9.5. How is that going to look? It's going to look a little bit like, it's going to look cool. That is going to look so cool. I'm just looking at how it's going to look layered. I like that a lot. That's going to look so sick. And then obviously after that, oh hey, now that it's just on there, we can just trace it. Better than having to measure it out every time. Doot, doot, doot. That's awesome. That's gonna look cool, man. This is gonna look so cool. Because it's just gonna be barely causing a little bit of a lip on this piece. And once again, we can stretch it a little bit. Make it how we want it to be. These feet are gonna be big. These shoes are gonna be big, period. excuse me, the rest of the armor is fairly, not really bulky, I wouldn't say, but it's not small. So it should look uniform, not like you've mixed matched a bunch of pieces together. So that's nice. Let's go ahead, let's cut out another strip here, using the previous strip to measure it out, which isn't the best way to do it. The only reason we're doing it on these pieces is because you can stretch this foam, and it leaves a lot of room for error. Unlike in big foam, where whatever, there's sanding and there's whatever, because these don't have much of an edge, it's pretty much no big deal. Yeah. So this is going to be all for one shoe, and then I'm going to keep those pieces separate. This is for this shoe. I can just put this one over here, actually. Cut it out. Once again, not heating it up. Heating it up will cause this foam to really curl inward, which can be really rough. Oh man, 25 minutes have gone by. I've been talking to myself. You guys should feel bad. You guys should feel bad for not keeping the conversation going. Shame. Shame on you. I can't believe you've done this.
Oh man. Make sure you put just a little bit on that lip. Just touch. Ah, perfect. Sweet. How's everybody doing out here? How we doing, folks, ladies, and gentlemen? How's it going? How's it hanging? How's it banging? All right. I'm gonna grab some HeroClix cards. Now I have finally lost my entire audience. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Hey man, it's okay. Oh, we got somebody back. I'm waiting for this to dry, so I'm just gotta wait for it to dry. So there's not much else I can do, because nobody wants to talk to me. So I just gotta look through my HeroClix cards and get my team ready for next week. This will be like the first time I'm not borrowing any figures, I think. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. But yeah, man, unless somebody wants to talk to me, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing right now. Ain't nobody wants to talk to me, man. It's so sad. This is what I need. Pepper's Milk, the Sapphire, shit. How dare you, Jason? How dare you? How dare you eat and do basic life functions that you need to do in order to continue living on this planet? How freaking dare you? No, it's fine. Obviously, that's fine. Jason, are you doing a phone panel this year? I don't know.
Jason, are you doing a foam smithing panel this year? Just curious to see if you're doing it. If not, I'll do it. But if you're already doing it, and I think yours is really good, you're not? Okay. I might do one then, just because it's gosh.
The smell is not bad, but it's so chemical. It's such a bad chemical smell. Yeah. I might not be busy enough to do panels on Friday because of Supermania and wrestling and everything. I won't be able to do any panels, but I'll see if I can do a foam smithing panel. I'm gonna do a nerd trivia panel, but I'll see if I do a foam smith one. That's up in the air right now. But I feel like somebody should. Somebody definitely should. You know. And I would say if it's not you and it's not Justin Cox, then I would do it. I'd do it. I guess if no one else is gonna do it, fine. No, it's whatever. It doesn't matter. But I do feel like that should be there just in case, just for new people. Because there's new people that get into it all the time, all the freaking time. It's crazy. It's taking forever. So you're still doing the Star-Lord helmet? Is it going to be able to is it just going to be taken on and off, or what's the Star-Lord helmet looking like, Jason? Thomas's coming to con.
Thomas's, is that the YouTuber guy that you like? Much props. I don't know who Thomas is. Thomas. Is that Much Props? Is that his real name? Because if so, then cool. But I have no idea who that guy is. Just Thomas. Oh, I don't know my first name basis, Jason. I'm not in like Flynn, bro. Okay. So Thomas is Much Props. Cool. Cool.
All right, then yeah. So maybe you might have told me that he was going to be a guest. I guess I must have forgot. I gotta put on my second coat. All right. I mean, it's dry, man. I can't do a ton when it's dry, you know. That's going to be about 8.5 inches. So we'll do that really quick.
Jason, are you gonna come down to NebraskaCon? It's super fun, man. You totally should. If you weren't planning on it, you should do it.
Anime, if you just type in, if you Google Anime NebraskaCon, but it's in Council Bluffs, Iowa. So it's right outside of Omaha. It's not quite a 3-hour drive for you guys. It's only about 2 hours away. From me, a little less than 2 hours if you speed. So for you guys, once you get on I-29, it'll be a little less than 3 hours, so about 2 hours, 45 minutes. And actually, it should be less than that, because it's at Council Bluffs, which is a little easier to get to than where it was in Omaha. So it'll be about 2 hours, 45 minutes or so to get to Council Bluffs, Iowa. I think it's worth the drive. It's one of the most fun conventions I've ever been to, ever. Yeah, it's a big, awesome convention. I think it has, and no offense to SuperCon, but SuperCon feels empty because there's not a ton of people in a big space. And NebraskaCon has so much life to it. There's so many people that go to Nebraska, obviously, because Omaha is way bigger. But still, there's just so much life, and it feels way better at NebraskaCon. Not to hate on SuperCon at all. SuperCon feels great. It's a little rough a few years ago, but the first and second one felt awesome. There's one in there that felt good. Some of them felt pretty bland, but NebraskaCon always feels like a party. Feels like it's popping off. Tons of people, tons of cosplayers. But yeah, it's in Council Bluffs. If it works out, that'd be awesome. If not, it is what it is. I understand. But it's super fun. It's one of my favorite conventions of all time. We're almost ready to glue it. It's almost ready to glue. We're almost there. We're so close. Oh, man. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. I think we're good. I think we're ready. Ah, it's a little wet. This piece is dry though, so I'm gonna cheat a little bit using the heat gun. I'm gonna cheat just a touch. Just to hit those wet parts. Alright. Oh shit. Oh shit. We really had to stretch that piece there at the end. That's not great. We don't like to do that. But we did it.
This looks cool though. I mean, it's gonna look cooler with paint on it, obviously, but I'm liking the way that's looking. You're gonna like the way you look. Cool. Now that I'm like looking at it and seeing how like this piece is gonna go on, I think we should have built it the opposite way. Now this piece, we're gonna have to do one smaller piece before the final one. Shoot. Well, you win some, you lose some. Looks cool though. Looks good. Yeah. That's gonna look pretty neat. I like it. Well, seeing as how we've been going for an hour, we've made decent progress. I wanted to finish these boots today. Not having those magnets really bothers me, just more than it should. So I'm gonna try to get as much done as I can tonight. I'm gonna go back to watching some anime, I suppose. I know I said I was gonna do a stream, make it longer, but just like time goes by way faster. We're watching that friggin' anime nowadays. I'm gonna try to, this week my goal is to set up some type of stream on Twitch, figure out a YouTube channel name. It might just be Patriot Props. That's just to be consistent, you know? And we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, if that can gain some interest and gain some traction, that would be really cool. So thank you guys, everybody that popped in. Jason for popping in. Patrick jumped in. I don't know who else jumped in throughout the stream unless they comment. But I super appreciate it, guys. We did this one. It wasn't weekly, but it was bi-weekly, which was pretty cool. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good for me, guys. Doing it within 2 weeks and not a month. I do want to start doing this more though, because I love it. I love it more than anything. But obviously, we're about to get into Midwest Con season. There's going to be Gen Con, Origins, SuperCon, and NebraskaCon in the next 3 months, October through August. So, well, really, September and October is going to have 4 conventions, and then in November I have a convention. So, my con season is about to start. Normally, con season is summer for people. I never go to anything in the summer, but my real con season is about to start. So I really want to finish this project so I can finish my Doom Guy costume. It's done enough, but I want to add more cool stuff to it. So thank you guys for watching. And like I say, maybe next week, maybe the week after that, maybe a month from now. I have no idea. It's going to happen when it's going to happen, but